Hi, my name's Mark, and this is the love of my life, Aja. After retiring from the Army in 2018, my family and I moved from the States to my wife's hometown of Szczecin, Poland. She followed me around for 18 years, so now it's only fair that I do the same for her. She runs a Polish cooking food channel and blog, and I lift the heavy things. Once in a while, she shuts down the kitchen, and we explore Poland together to find as much good food as we can. Welcome to Kitchens Closed.
Hello, my hungry friends.
She's clappy.
It's Friday and Kitchen's Closed.
Today on Kitchens Closed, it is Warsaw Part 2. So come along and we'll show you some Warszawian things. But the first thing we have to do is take care of a menial task that we literally scheduled the trip to Warsaw for. So first that. Here we go. Ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. It's true we are spending most of our time in the historical parts of Warsaw. But on our way to our task, we wanted to show you a little bit of New Warsaw. It's a young, vibrant, and beautiful city. If you get the chance to come to Warsaw, schedule some time to visit the newer parts. This is what I used to look like, so I need to update that. That's why I write the Umbasa. What?
What took so long?
Well, it's stuff. You gotta take the pictures.
Oh, look at you in your cockadoo shirt.
I know. And you gotta do sit there, and you gotta fill out a form, and you sit there, and then you pay money, and then you sit there, and then you do the dance. There's no dancing at the embassy. But I'm hungry. You hungry?
Were you received well in your little piece of America in Poland?
Yes, it was delightful.
Did they say welcome for Sergeant Herning?
No, they did not.
They say,
because nothing on there says I was in the military.
Did they say welcome, Mr. Herning?
No.
We love you that you're back.
No, but you have to put down occupation.
Yeah.
And I thought about putting YouTuber, but I put retired, and the guy's like, "You're retired?" I'm like, What are you gonna do? Are we hungry? Okay, what do you want to go get? Sweet buns?
I want to get some coffee.
Let's go get coffee. Come on.
And then we'll have some lunch.
Okay, let's go. And now that we're done at the embassy, it's time for Aja to get her sweet bun. So we are here at Bakery Monique for some wonderful little treatsies. What'd you order, my lover?
I ordered a sweet bun with black currant jam on the inside. And she asked me if I wanted warmed up.
Oh, very cool.
That's some exciting stuff.
A sweet bun for my sweet bun.
This is what I live for. This is what I live for. And it's
The sweet buns?
Sweet buns.
Dziękuję bardzo. And I got me some lody. Oh, hell yeah. Let's taste it.
Black currant.
That's super tasty. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, what's on your shirt?
Hello, my hungry friends. New designer merch shop. Go to polishyourkitchen.com. Top menu, merch shop. New designs, new logo. Let us know what you think.
Yay! Okay, we're gonna eat now. Ooh, cool. Demonstrate the bike ramp, my darling. So we have to go under this mega intersection.
We can go through. We want to live.
Yeah, we don't. It's a whole new world.
Would you like to buy some tax?
Well, of course, every time I cross underneath a major intersection. I want souvenirs and teapots.
This tunnel takes you to the main train station in Warsaw as well.
Oh yeah? Ah, how do you know all this stuff?
Some travel tips.
Travel tips. If and when you do come to Warsaw, one stop that I recommend you make is to the Warsaw Uprising Monument. This monument is in memory of all those lives lost in the uprising of 1944. The Warsaw Uprising Monument is a monument dedicated to the Warsaw Uprising of 1944. Unveiled in 1989, it was sculpted by Wincenty Kuchma, and the architect was Jacek Budin. It is located on the southern side of Krasinski Square, and the monument is described as the most important monument in Warsaw. The monument is made of bronze and stands about 10 meters or 33 feet tall. It has two parts near each other. The large elevated element shows a group of insurgents actively engaged in combat, running from the artistic vision of a collapsing building. The smaller element shows insurgents descending into a manhole, a reference to the use of Warsaw's sewer system by the insurgents to move across German-held territory. The Warsaw Uprising, which broke out on August 1, 1944, and it lasted until October 2, 1944, was one of the most important and devastating events in the history of Warsaw and of Poland. Up to 90% of Warsaw's buildings were destroyed during the hostilities and the systemic destruction of the city carried out by the Germans after the uprising. Although the exact number of casualties is unknown during the uprising, it is estimated that about 16,000 members of the Polish resistance were killed and about 6,000 were wounded. In addition, between 150,000 and 200,000 Polish civilians died, mostly from mass executions. When you come to Warsaw, take the time to visit this monument, sit, reflect, and remember. Mały Powstaniec, or the Little Insurrectionist, is a statue in commemoration of the children soldiers who fought and died during the uprising of Warsaw in 1944. The statue is of a young boy wearing a helmet too large for his head and holding a machine gun. Despite sometimes being called Antek, it is not representing any specific child. The helmet and submachine gun are stylized after German equipment, which was captured during the uprising and used by resistance fighters against occupying forces. The creator designed it in 1946 and was used for many years in producing small statuettes, only to become a monument decades later. Polish scouts gathered the entirety of the funds for the statue, and it was unveiled on 1 October 1983. So, all the horrible things that people went through in World War II on every nation, continent, whatever their experience was, all ended up for Europe to be free and what it is now. So to those people, we say thank you that we can enjoy what we can enjoy today. And now I feel like enjoying lunch.
Amen.
Let's go. Achoo. It's Beer Street? Well, we like Beer Street. So here, I always was a soul. I must be from Wisconsin or something, apparently. All right, well, we stumbled upon remnants or reconstruction of one of the parts of the original wall that was put up to defend Warsaw against evil people, whoever they were at the time. But it was all leveled and blowed up during World War II, and so they've rebuilt it. And then there's reconstruction of a castellan right there, a defensive position on this little river that runs through here or did used to could, but anymore I don't think it does anymore. Now it's a street.
Now it just looks pretty.
No, it just looks pretty, just like you. We're having a hard time getting the food.
Yeah.
We keep running in. There's so much pretty stuff here, and it's empty. Let me see that. Ooh.
Pickled onions. It actually looks really good.
It does. And I have just a bunch of fried fare.
Share your fried fish.
No, it's all mine. Is that pickled onion? The fried chicken wing. Oh, into the sun. So, very well pleased?
Food coma.
Food coma.
Onward.
And upward. Literally. Because we're down and we need to go up, I think.
That way.
Stop it, princess. What does it say?
No bicycles.
Crap.
We have to walk now.
We have to walk.
That's sad.
Yeah, me too. Okay, we're gonna walk for a little bit now.
But it'll be a nice break for my dinner. The Royal Baths Park, Park Łazienkowski, is the largest park in Warsaw, occupying 76 hectares of the city center. The Park and Palace complex lies in Warsaw's Central District, Śródmieście, on Ujazdów Avenue, which is the part of the royal route linking the royal castle with Wilanów Palace to the south. North of Łazienki Park, on the other side of Agrykola Street, stands Ujazdów Castle. Łazienki is visited by tourists from all over Poland and the world, and serves as a venue for music, the arts, and culture. The park is also home to peacocks and large number of squirrels.
The palace on the Isle, also known as the Baths Palace, is a classicist palace in Warsaw's Royal Baths Park. From 1674, the property and the nearby Ujazdów Castle belonged to Count Stanisław Lubomorski, who commissioned a Baroque bathhouse called a Łazienka, similarly to a number of European historic sites, including England's city of Bath. The building, erected on a square plan, was richly decorated with stuccos and statues and paintings and other fancy schmancy things, and it was really cool. In 1766, King Stanislaus Augustus purchased the estate and converted the bathing pavilion into a classicist summer residence with an English garden, thank you very much. During the final stages of World War II, the retreating Germans devastated the interior of the palace by drilling holes in the structure in preparation for its destruction. However, and thankfully, that plan was never carried out. Today, it's a museum and a place to lounge around and enjoy life. I know that it's into the sun and it's hard to see this, but we were wrong yesterday. The thing that we put out last week, that we thought was the presidential palace, or presidential residence, is not. This is it. This is Palace Belvedere, and it is the official residence of the President of Poland. So, our bad. On our way out of the big park, we were just showing you the summer palaces and things. We ran into, like I said, last week, we thought we were in front of the White House and the presidential residence. I was wrong. Ooh. That's Joseph Pilsudski, awesome hero of Poland. But we were wrong. So now we just came out of this park and we stumbled onto the presidential palace. So I'm gonna walk past it here and I'm gonna show you the car that they ordered for that guy back there, Joseph Pilsudski, to ride around in back in the Dizzle day. Right behind me is a 355D 1934 Cadillac, ordered by the Polish government for Joseph Pilsudski to use. Go America. Okay, so now one last thing we want to show you here in Warsaw. There's this really famous guy. I've been seeing signs as we walk through the park directing us to a statue of this guy. I never heard him before. His name's I think it's Fred Chopin. So he's really famous for some reason. You see, there's a statue behind it. Fred Chopin.
Chopin.
Oh, Frederick Chopin, not Chopin.
He's a Polak.
Well, here's some information about.
He was a Polak.
Yeah, he's dead now.
He's dead.
Very dead.
But his heart is in Szczecin.
What?
His heart is buried not in Szczecin.
Not in Szczecin.
In Warsaw.
In Warsaw?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sit back and I'll tell you a little bit about old Fred Chopin.
The Frederick Chopin monument in Warsaw, Pomnik Fryderyka Chopina w Warszawie, is a large bronze statue of Frederick Chopin that now stands in the upper part of Warsaw's Royal Baths Park. Fryderyk Franciszek Chopin was a Polish composer and virtuoso pianist of the Romantic period who wrote primarily for solo piano. He has maintained worldwide renown as a leading musician of his era, one whose poetic genius was based on a professional technique that was without equal in his generation. The statue was designed in 1907 by Wacław Szymanowski and was finally cast and erected in 1926. The statue was blown up on May 31, 1940, during World War II, on the order of Governor General Hans Frank, and was the first monument destroyed by the occupying Germans in Warsaw. According to local legend, the next day a handwritten sign was found at the site which read, "I don't know who destroyed me, but I know why, so that I won't play the funeral march to your leader." The original mold of the statue, which had survived the war, made it possible to cast a replica, which was placed at the original site in 1958.
Is he still looking at me? Oh, he's still looking. How about now? Still looking.
All right, friends, another tiring episode for us of a lot of walking and biking and exploring Warsaw, and we have not even licked it as far as Warsaw goes. We haven't
scratched the surface.
We haven't even taken a little tiny notch
Just
off of the big iceberg of Warsaw.
A niblet.
Not even a niblet. Their tongue didn't even touch it.
No. That's the strangest. I like it. So, if you are coming to Warsaw, you need to plan. It depends, whatever you want to do, but you can spend weeks here.
Yeah.
And have fun every single day seeing stuff.
What was your favorite part of Warsaw?
My favorite part of Warsaw has got to be the old town. The old town.
The square.
Yeah, but that one's really cool looking.
It is.
And I do like. I like the history here too. I'm a big fan of history and the events that happened from 39 to 45 here, and even previous to that, like the castle that was ruined here. I mean, it was built in the 15th century, 14th century, so that stuff's amazing to me.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite part?
On modern Warsaw, I really like that there's bike paths everywhere.
There's bike paths everywhere. So that's nice. So bring a bike, rent a bike. It's a great way to get around town. Yeah. So now you say,
no,
that's our episode,
That's
friends.
our episode, friends.
Thanks for tagging along again with us.
And come with us again when we are.
My pants are sticking to this bench.
This is sappy tree.
I hope that's why.
It's freshly painted.
Oh.
Next we go to. Well, you'll see in couple
Yeah, I
weeks.
guess so. So follow, like, and subscribe. Go to www.polishkitchen.com. Visit the merch store, the recipe place.
And
Turtle.
Hello, my hungry friends.
Hello, my
t-shirts.
hungry friends. T-shirts. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Bye.
Bye. Do widzenia.
Hello,
Hello.
welcome to Warsaw.
We're in Warsaw. I mean, we're like in downtown Warsaw. You can't tell, but we is. Like the mall, one of the malls is right there. with IKEA and all that stuff. But normally when you pull into a campground, there's a reception booth, and there is one. Normally there's somebody manning it in order to take out money and tell you where to park and all that stuff. Well, there's nobody here, and nobody's answering the phone, like at all. Look, this is the campground. And you can see Sven and Oli and Ruti down at the back. And there's nobody here. So me and Aja are just wandering around, trying to find out what's happening. Well, there's a tennis court, or a pro tennis station over there that's part of this kind of sort of. And they said, oh, just park. Shemek will be here tomorrow, or the cleaning lady, it's fine. Okay, so we have this on documentation that the tennis people just told us to park because Przemek's gonna fix it tomorrow.
Welcome to Poland.
Welcome to Poland.